Hello everyone, as promised in today's release, we will talk about the super powerful Brabus W12, which is built on the basis of the 210th body. To understand what kind of animal it is, just a few factors will be enough. First, imagine that it is 1996. Now let's take a look at what the super Lamborghini Diablo was capable of in those years. And unusual. And the stamping version with a 12 engine with a volume of 5 7/10 of a liter produced 510 horsepower. In our case, under the hood of 12, the horsepower was already 582 more horsepower. Diablo on a long straight section could reach a speed of 328 km per hour, and a sedan, I repeat once again a business class sedan. True, from his 12 he could reach a speed of 328 km per hour. Now I think it becomes more or less clear what kind of technique it was for the time. At 12 he could have been avoided, like standing ones, by such powerful cars of his time as a Mercedes with a 600 practically strong engine or a strong one. 12. What set this real monster in motion? And the engine was taken as a basis 120 from the creature mentioned above. The first thing that SpiceBots made was wasteful cylinders and a proprietary crankshaft. Thanks to this, the working volume of the unit increased by 6 but this was only just the beginning. Other developments included changes in new gas distribution, installation of a new exhaust manifold, and again a proprietary design of a new pay system, as well as pre-programming of the engine control system. In addition, the 120 earned by him received more powerful pleasure systems. The result was not long in coming, and the engine power with a volume of as much as 3/10 of the liter reached 72 horsepower against horsepower. In the standard meter version, the sounding moment became a monstrous 773 meters at thousands of revolutions per minute against 180 and 580 Apple. To install 120 there, it would take 210. He demanded to create a new front subframe and apply a new one when he called another long one. In addition, due to the enormous power, not typical for the 210th, the rear axle received new strong supports, and when the output waves increased in diameter. It is interesting that the stepped automatic machine digested all this power, however, reinforced by specialists. The degree of construction has not remained unchanged and the chassis. The diameter of the anti-roll bar has increased, new springs, a shock absorber have been applied, and the trailing arms of the wheel hubs have become much more powerful. The brakes also got it. Ordinary steel discs have turned scared plastic, they are able to withstand just space loads. A $13,000 patch was put on 2 plastic discs. Especially for the marriage with his 12 overtime tires were picked up by a member of the X3 measuring 235/40 and 265/40/18 from behind. They did not become particularly wise with the arrival, they used a deficit of increased friction and nothing more than a standard system. And the change aspect coped with its work, but as soon as it was turned off, and immediately began a swollen form of clouds of smoke, behind which even cars could not be seen. Here is such a bundle of music. And the acceleration from 0 to 100 km per hour in 4.9 seconds turned out, of course, at the time it was very impressive. The best result was simply impossible because of the step nature. Ideal, perhaps, the hills, but by no means acceleration to 100 km per hour was the ridge of his 12 car. There was practically no equal acceleration from average speeds to overtake any transport, and the Ford line moving at about 120 km per hour could just be lightning fast. That there is 120 km per hour acceleration to km per hour is simply breathtaking. For example, in a car bath, his 12 could settle down behind those rushing at 250 km per hour. The load is 600 in comes 140 and simply and naturally sweep the horizon away from him in just a couple of tens of seconds. It was on the buses that his 12 poems were. For the year of production, only 15 copies were released, this masterpiece of the starting point. The price for this gift card started $150,000. Well, if you liked this video, like it and subscribe. The number of new videos is entirely up to you.